afternoon or good evening. We are here again. I hope this shit don't fall, because it seems like it very much got the potential to want to fall. But anyways, I was not trying to do this on the way home, but I just don't want to regret it later, because every time I'm gonna save it for later, and then I forget when later it gets here. God, ugh, I hope that don't fall. So anyways, today was interesting for me because I was calm. My spirit was quiet. My mind, 2 seconds, y'all. Okay, I guess I'm staying this way. My mind was quiet. You know, the plan was to just head down, get my shit done today. Just quiet. And I'm all day, I'm just like, why am I like this? And I'm not complaining, because I'm, hey, like, to have a quiet, calm spirit today, it just felt good. It just didn't feel like I had, just racing thoughts or cloudiness in my head, just having just frustration outbursts. I was just calm. The last time I can remember being this calm was maybe, okay, well, this is my thoughts. So I'm like, am I calm because I'm still feeling the effects of so last night, actually all this weekend, or just with this rain in the forecast period and this weather being weird, like my shoulders, my neck, my lower back, like all that shit had really just been kind of tuned up a little bit, chimed or whatever, tuned up, turned on or whatever, activated. And I've been hurting, but I've been taking any medication. So last night, I was like, okay, this is pretty bad. So, I had to find my muscle relaxers, and I took one. It's also, I took I took it late because I was just up late last night. I say late, but like 11, it was around 11 when I took, the muscle relaxer. It also helps with sleep. So I was like, okay, well, at least I'll be able to comfortably go to sleep and actually stay asleep. So, but this morning it was so hard to get up. But I know it's probably because how late I took the medication. And I did feel a little bit groggy, but I can't say that it was grogginess at work. It's not. But my thoughts were, maybe I do need to get back on a mood stabilizer. But I like to drink, and I can't do a mood stabilizer while drinking. I mean, I'm not drinking every day, but when I was on the mood stabilizer years ago, when I would drink, then I would just, all my emotions would hit and I'd be crying. I'd be a crying mess. So I don't want to do that, but I liked how quiet and my mind and spirit was. And I really, honestly, a little bit of me feels like it might have been part of the medication from last night, but to feel it all day long just leads me to believe that it wasn't. So this feels good. I like this. If I could be like this every day at work, whether I'm in office or in the field, that would be great, because this feels really good. What else was I going to say? I really don't. I don't like pills. I'll take them when I have to. Especially that muscle relaxers. Like, they just been sitting since, I finished up my treatment, and I am, I'm trying to reincorporate my, stretches, and I'll eventually get to a point where I'm back to doing yoga. I just have so many ideas of things that I want to do or get back to moving forward. This weekend, including yesterday, really, was, ooh, shit, really did me some good. What else? I was going to say something else about the mood stabilizer. I don't know. I just know that, oh, that was the other thing. So I was just thinking, like I said, if I could stay like this at work, just giving gratitude, just being at work and just getting my shit done, and just, just staying focused on the tasks at hand, and, like I said, just giving gratitude, and just being grateful, and just, asking for more of this while at work. Because let me tell you, there are some days where I'm just like, this shit right here is so rough, and I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I could just, because I've vented plenty of times about it. So some days it's so hard, but today was probably one of the best. Oh shit, my bad. Was probably one of the best days of work that I've had in a long time. In all of the 2 years that I've been in this position, this is probably the best day. Because coming from the other department, coming from where I've been, like, it didn't matter at the end of the day. Like, out of 10 people, one person that showed gratitude, just for, just whatever. Or even if they didn't, if I knew that at the end of the day, I know I did a job well done. I mean, I'll do a job well done with everything I do. Let's start there. But, anyways, that one person, or just that one transaction or interaction, like, that was enough to get me to come back the next day to do this all over again. But I said here recently, like, that's kind of like in reverse now. Like, one person used to be able to, like, set that off. Now, like, it's just moving forward, like, anybody that just wants to, be argumentative or, combative, I'm just gonna be quiet. Like, I don't, the same way I am at home, I'm not giving anybody any energy, I'm not giving them the satisfaction of, taking me outside of myself. Like, I'm gonna do my best, because I don't have time for all that rah-rah and getting angry and getting upset, and I don't. And, I'm still having to, really, I don't know, my family, like, some of the stuff my mom will tell me about my other siblings, I'm just like, man, I really don't want to hear this. I don't want to listen. I really don't care. This is violating my wish to not be involved, because I don't want to be involved in nobody's shit. Because if I ain't talking to my family about what's going on with the details of my life, well, I just don't. So there's nothing to be said about me. I mean, even if there is, like, I don't care, because at the end of the day, whose hand is in their business, mine. My hands is all in my business. My hands is not in anybody else's business. But anyways, so I'm just grateful for, I am hungry. Ooh, that's another thing. I'm trying to mind my diet and make sure I'm drinking enough water and just taking my vitamins. Shout out to me for that, pat on the back. But thought she was gonna do it. So yeah, so like I said, that being said, I just, oh, and a little tidbit about Meg, like, okay, and y'all know who I'm talking about. Like I said, I normally do not be in the lives of celebrities. I mean, because, you know, that's celebrity problems. But I don't know why that situation touched my heart the way that it did. And I don't know. I'm not in that woman's life. I'm not in the, I don't say that woman. I'm not in the lives of celebrities. So I don't know what the ins and outs are. Like the society could be painting them as a villain when in the background, like y'all, first of all, it's half truths and whole lies. And, you know, this person could be innocent or whatever, or in reverse, you know, society, oh, they're innocent, but when the cameras is off, shit, they fucking demon. So I don't know. So, but anyways, I don't know why it touched my heart the way that it did. So I get, like, Google will give me like news or whatever. So it said something about her being I guess on vacation or chilling. Well, she was chilling with Solange, and I'm just like, oh, well, she chilling with her. Again, I'm the outside looking in. I don't know none of them. I don't. But again, on the outside looking in, I'm just like, okay, well, she chilling with Solange. Okay, Solange, you know, Solange will get it right. Again, I do not know this woman. I'm on the surface level. I'm on the outside looking in, and I know you can't really take any of that at face value, but I would just like to be positive and hope that, you know, that is what's happening, and Meg is renewed, and, you know, she's healing her heart and her spirit, and that she's good and just, you know, ready to get back on the horse and do what she got to do. I hope the best for her. I mean, I can't imagine breaking down. Like, this is what I read, you know, about her breaking down in the middle of a performance. Like, my God, like, I am working right now and I am crying. Hey, I've cried at work before too. So, but you in front of millions, crying in front of people. So my heart goes out to her, and I'm sending her love and positive vibes, because for whatever reason it was placed on my heart, and it's not a burden at all, because my heart's so big, and, you know, I'm always shooting love. Pew pew. I need to get a little heart gun. Pew pew. Pew pew. Extra love. Pew pew. It shoots out glitter and bubbles and shit. Rainbows. Well, I am approaching my destination, so I'm about to go ahead and get off this. I'll catch y'all next one.